It is my pleasure to introduce William Newsome, who will be presenting on communication, conflict, and intimacy in heterosexual romantic relationships. Welcome, William.
I would like to start off with a quote, I believe from one of the most famous and most viewed love movies, The Notebook. The best love is the kind that awakens the soul, that makes us reach for more, that plants the fire in our hearts and brings peace to our minds. That's what I hope to give to you forever, The Notebook. I would like to state before I present that thank you all for coming. I would like to say that I am focusing on heterosexual relationships, but I do support the LGBTQ community, and this also can play a role into their relationship dynamics as well. So I'll make that statement. All right. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Will Newsome. Let's get started. What is an interpersonal relationship? By definition, what I researched, it is a strong, deep, or close association or acquaintance between two or more people that may range in duration from brief to enduring. So what I have here on the screen is that the different type of relationships or the style of what they may be. It could be from interference, it could be from deep love, intimate, it could be from solidarity, it could be from a solo self perspective. It can also be in our workplace with a casual and business interactions. So as you see on the screen, I have diagrams where you see the different range. On the far left, you see that it starts with you as an individual. It then ranges from family to close friends, runs out to colleagues and more friends. And then you have the dynamic spectrum from far away from you, what we call those acquaintances. And then you see a circle of the idea of trust. You have openness to trust, the willingness to delegate, shaping decisions, feeling value, and sense of involvement. That all deals with trust and how we handle our relationships. So the different types of relationships, I would like to state, friendships, intimate, platonic, family, and professional. So these are all different ranges of relationships that we can observe as the people that we can all come together and have that sort of connection. In my presentation, I am giving off a subtopic of conflict and resolution inside an interpersonal relationship. So here are some conflicts that we can come across and that are very particularly common in relationships today. Relationship conflict is inevitable, first of all. To identify the most common sources of conflict, what I did was, for my methodology, was survey 25 participants, and this is by me casually walking in our community of Oakland, and specifically asking people, what are the most common relationship issues or conflicts that you have run across or that you know of someone. This is from the range of men and women that can be upset, irritated, hurt, or angry at each other. So that's what the conflict delegates inside. So here are the top 5 most common conflicts inside a relationship. Condescending, possessive, neglecting, abusive, physical, and verbal. I'd like to make that clear, that verbal abuse is very real, besides the physical that we are most common to. And last but not least, unfaithfulness, the idea of loyalty, the idea of trust. Possessive was very rated high. It's the idea of jealousy, the idea of territorial. I found that mostly high in men, to be honest. That they're very protective of a woman, but at the same time, high spectrum of where they at all times, what are their activities when they're not with them. So I found that very interesting. Neglecting was very high for women. I found that women do require attention, like everyone deserves. But at the same time, they do require, or at least the surveys of participants that I asked that were women, said neglecting was very high for them, that they feel the attention needs to be there for them. Yeah. So what I would like to continue with is my to this. This idea of, I had questions through my research. So I had a statement, interestingly, a child who feels securely loved has a brain that activates in some ways like a person who is in love. So it starts from very childbirth. So it's not developed from adulthood. It's actually come from when we are children. A critical question that I developed: do we need to experience secure love as a child to fall in love as an adult? So that's the type of research, question, brainstorming I had during my project. And lastly, do you think a person who has has been loved as a child, has an easier or more difficult time with adult relationships, or does it even matter? So these are the type of things I developed. So a research perspective to answer those or to pertain to those ideas or critical questions, I researched a theory, the attachment theory. The attachment theory is a concept in developmental psychological that emphasizes the importance of attachment in personal development. It's also the ability for an individual to form an emotional and physical attachment to another person that gives a sense of stability and security necessary to take risks, branch out, and grow and develop as a personality. So this is really touching upon the psychology of personality, the different ways that a person is attached to another individual. Awesome. Through my research, I would like to bring up a specific psychologist that developed this theory. So from research, John Bowlby, without such a relationship in place, Bowlby found that a great deal of development energy is expanded in the search for stability and security, like I stated on the screen. But in general, those without such attachment are fearful, are less willing to seek out and learn from new experiences. So without this theory being in place with individuals that desire a relationship, without this home base of attachment theory or action, they are feared or have the hesitancy to seek out. And that results to isolation from society, isolation from the idea of being involved heavily, intimately, whatever you may say, with another individual. So I would like to give an example of that. With an example of relationship attachment. So my question is, who should date who and why? So with this, I had a diagram I developed explaining the secure attachment example. So we have three different types of individuals that play roles in this dynamic question: secure people, anxious people, and avoidant. Now, as you see in the diagram, the evolution with the three groups show that secure and avoidant people do not match. You have a person that's secure in their career or secure in their way of living, but do you have an individual that's avoidant, that doesn't like conflict, that doesn't like to be challenged, doesn't like to be pushed? So that doesn't match well with a secure person. And then we can switch it up a little bit. We can go from an anxious person with a avoidant person. Again, an anxious person, they're ready to go, ready to get action, they're ready to involve themselves in the community around them or activities. Avoidant person, again, push away, isolate themselves, and again, that has a low percentage of success rate in a relationship, at least a healthy one. And then lastly, you can do another mixture of a secure anxious person. And again, through research and through this diagram, it shows that it's just not well-fit people. But I will state that you never know. It does have an effect. You never know. These three isolation of people may actually work for themselves. And it's 1 in a million. So, with conflicts, there's a resolution, or at least that's what we hope to see. So here's some tactics that I found and personally have experienced, have done for myself. So the resources, there are plenty of here on our HNU campus, but there are ranged from in the Oakland community, the Bay Area, nationwide. So there's couples counseling that is most highly suggested when you're in a relationship. There's healing retreats, spiritual or vacational. That usually works. Group therapy. A lot of people don't like the hot seat. So that needs to be around in a group to hear different stories, to hear different avenues, to hear different perspectives. And that usually helps them with their own situation without even saying a word to the group. And then lastly, we have the oneself evaluation. To look in the mirror, to take responsibility for certain things and to say, hey, I did that and I need to deal with that and I need to step out my shadow and attack that situation and resolve it. So here you have some pictures, some images that show those type of things. So here you have a couple that they know they are stick together and they want to stay together, but there are just some issues that this door represents the barriers, the issues, and they're holding on tight to each other. So they know they're still connected, but they just need a little break. Then you have an image on the far left, my right, that you see here, a couple's therapy, to hear different people and to see their reaction can actually uplift others. And then I have a little diagram, a triangle diagram, that has levels of self-evaluation. So you start with the base of reflection, then you go into inquiry, and then you say, okay, what are some suggestions? They can come from family, friends, close colleagues, or co-workers. And then at the end of the day, you elevate. At the end of this journey of self-evaluation, there is that point in time to where you elevate and you reach your full potential as a person, if you wish to involve yourself into a personal relationship. Lastly, I would like to leave you off with something to think about. I would like you to reflect. I would like you to look into yourself and then ask yourself this. Consider your life and choose one aspect of your own behavior that you'd like to change for the better. What is it? Again, my name is Newsome. Thank you for your time.